Hello, my special friends. I am Saint Germain. I come to be with you at this time, in these continuing times of great change that is happening all across the planet. In many, many areas, change is happening, some not so seemingly great, some quite miraculous and wonderful. All depends on a timeline at this point that you have all chosen, all of you that resonate, that is important, that word resonate to my word now. All of you are beginning to understand more and more that change is inevitable and change is necessary and needed at this point in your evolution. But change, as someone rightly said earlier, is adapting to what is needed. That is what you are doing now. You are adapting. You are taking on the changes as they come and moving with them rather than against them. That is important now. Do not fight against the changes, but go along with them, as the go with the flow is very important now. Because again, change is inevitable. The old programming of the third-dimensional illusion is fading away more and more. But in order to do so, there must be a revealing of the old programming, revealing of the shadows as we come into the light. For they are not comfortable in the light. The light is what is taking them out of their comfort zone and moving them into areas of expression that they were not ready to do as of yet. They had a plan, and the plan is being thwarted in every respect at this point, even though it may not appear so. But for many more of you, it is a time to rejoice, the end of the movie, if you will. It is approaching, and I, as Saint Germain, have been delegated at this point to be the one in charge of the great changes that are happening here on this planet. That is the dream that occurred so long ago by those in the know. They had the dream, and the dream is coming closer and closer to being realized, where all men and women, all are created equal in the eyes of the God Force, where no one is to be excluded from that freedom. That is the new age, the new golden age of Gaia. That is where you are all moving toward in this ascension process. Will everyone ascend? No, that is not possible at this point. But know that it's more and more to become aware of what is in reality here, not the old illusion, but the new reality that you were all creating. If more and more become aware of that, then a tipping point has arrived. And you are coming very close now to the tipping point, even though it may not appear so, even though you think only millions at this point have awakened. That is far from the truth. There are many, many more that have awakened, or are in the process of awakening to who they really are and what this is really all about. And then they, just like you all, they will understand that this is a movie and that the movie eventually does come to an end. That and approaches as many, many more from beyond this earth. Those of your brothers and sisters from the stars will commence the move and bring more and more change to this planet. As it is destined that those of you, the awakened ones, and those of us who are here to assist many, many more in their awakening process. The time grows very short, but always remember, it is indeed always darkest before the dawn, and the dawn arises. All of my peace and love be with all of you. I am the Saint Germain, and I leave you now to completely understand the resonance within your bodies and how that is the new way of healing. There is an infinite number of space or time dimensions and beyond. The entire experience and the awareness of each of us is unique to our own perspective and belief system. They are our boundaries within universal consciousness. They define the energetic spectrum of our reality. As we use our imagination and emotions, we continually change dimensions. When we are unaware that we are constant creators and are stepping from one dimension to another, we do not believe in miracles. When we create something extraordinary that appears to be a miracle, we don't change anything. But because the energetics are not in alignment, we move into a dimension where the energetics match. Usually, these would be essentially identical to the dimension we just left, and those who are present energetically align with some aspect of our lives, including the miracles. They are not miracles in this dimension, they are part of its unique timeline. According to our vibration, we change dimensions from moment to moment, which changes our experience of reality. In the timeline that excludes the miracle, our limiting beliefs restrict our awareness. Skepticism is needed when relying on ego consciousness, but it disables our creative awareness and limits our experience. Our true knowing is our creative power. It comes to us in our seeking it. It is a paradox that the ego doesn't understand. We can have our miracles only when we realize that we already have them. This is how we transform our experiences. We change timelines and dimensions, and we can live with miracles. We are creators of our experiences, which we share with all other conscious beings. We also participate in universal consciousness. We are free to create whatever we want, provided that we do not limit ourselves. But we have gone to great lengths to limit ourselves, and we haven't realized what we have done to ourselves. If we have any fear of the unknown or doubt about our capabilities, we are keeping ourselves from knowing the unconditional love and fulfilling energies that we can align with. Everything is as it should be in every dimension, and we don't change anything. We can transform our experience by recognizing the reality that we choose and realizing that it is real. We do this by changing to a timeline that expresses the reality that we recognize. This is a complex process, but we do it all the time. Our reality is what we realize it is. For each of us, this may be different in some way, depending on our own perspective, ability, and perspective. The lesson here is that we are free, sovereign beings, able to create whatever reality we want in whatever timeline and dimension we recognize as real. This is what we do, and it's time to realize it. We've been sleepwalking through life, not knowing how we're creating it as we go along. We know what they are. We can resolve them and release them, opening our awareness to our multidimensional, infinite essence and creative ability.